of money grubbers, that's all.
Henry, you go back to them. You go back and tell them you don't care about the money.
No,
that
I'm
you'll
not
live
going
up to
back
your
to them.
word.
They're a bunch of money grubbers. They're a bunch of bankers. I don't need them. I'm an automobile man. It's my automobile, and I don't need them, and I don't need anybody. I don't need anything except the soap. Where's the soap, Clara? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Afternoon, Henry.
Afternoon yourself, Bill.
Do you have a minute to talk?
Oh, yeah. Always got a minute to talk to one of the most prominent citizens in Detroit. Of course, you don't mind if I keep on working. You know I like to work.
I never said you didn't, Henry. When you've a mind to. I heard you were building a racing car.
Yeah, you heard right.
I heard you were planning on the race at Grosse Pointe. Almost a grudge match, they say.
Yeah, you heard real good.
Mighty cold these days.
Sorry.
Nobody will show up to watch.
Oh, I'll be there.
Alexander Winton will be there, too. He's the national champion.
Yeah, I know all about Alexander Winton and the 38-mile-an-hour national championships.
Winton's got 40 horsepower. What's yours?
I never knew you cared, Bill.
We got 26 horses and every one of them a thoroughbred, Mr. Murphy.
Sounds like you could do with some help.
Oh, I'm doing fine, Bill, just fine.
Damn it, Henry, I came here to discuss business, not charity. I'm willing to forget about all the money I lost with you. If you win that race, we could have a future together.
If I win that race, I got my own future.
With what? You can't have a car company without investors, you know that.
Yeah, maybe I don't want a car company.
Henry, you may be a great mechanic, but you're one hell of a liar. We both know you're crazy to build cars.
Maybe.
What do you say? Win that race, we could try again.
What do you think, Spider?
Sounds like every bell in the country ringing for President McKinley.
Yeah, it doesn't do much good for that fellow who died. Give me those pliers, will you?
I used to think like that, Henry, until I read the book.
Yeah, a book.
This book here.
Short view of great questions. What blazes is that?
It's about reincarnation, Henry. I think it's about you.
Henry? Henry?
Yeah?
It's almost 10 o'clock. Aren't you going to come to bed?
Yeah. Clara, you gotta hear this. Listen to this, honey. Listen to this. Every human spirit is eternal and moves after the death of one body to inhabit another.
Henry, you're a good Presbyterian, and so am I. And there is nothing in the Presbyterian Catechism that...
Listen. The soul lives after death, carrying the things it has learned in one existence on with it into the next.
What I see is my soul getting up from this chair and getting into that bed.
You know, that's interesting. I always wondered how I could know so much about machines when nobody taught me.
Because, my dear husband, you happen to be a very smart man.
No, but honey, I always felt guilty because it came so easy. But now I realize that I must have known it in my other lives.
Well, don't you have to appreciate your parents?
No. Well, sure as hell not my old man, no. No, don't you see, honey? It's all here. It's all here in this book.
Oh, listen to that 40 horse.
Yeah, well, if we're not ready now, we never will be. Partner?
Let's go.
Let's go, come on.
It's just us, Mr. Ford. I understand they cut the race from 25 to 10 laps. It's no interest in watching me circle the track with you following me those extra miles.
Quentin, I don't even aim on seeing you at the finish. All set, Spider?
Yes, sir.
Gentlemen, start your engines. Ready, set, go!
Henry, come on! Don't slow down!
I got no choice.
Why?
I forgot to practice the turn. That farmer's gaining on us. Not a chance. Here we go.
Faster, Henry! Not that fast!
Back away from the turn, Spider. Back away from the turn.
Come on, Henry!
Lean out. Lean out, Spider. Lean out. Lean out.
If I lean any farther, you're driving alone!
you could do it. I knew it all the time. Congratulations. You won a beautiful punch bowl.
Punch bowl, hell, you've won yourself a whole new company. Well, you know, Henry, we are not a racing business. We are an automobile business.
Well, you seem to forget, Murphy, that the thing that started the Ford Motor Company was racing. That was our get-up. You've forgotten that.
Yes, well, Henry, I do remember your promising that you would work here full-time.
Don't worry about Henry Ford working full-time. Don't forget, my name's up there.
Well, not if you're going to ruin this company before we even get started, Henry. What are you talking about? Henry, you stole time from Edison to build your first car. You stole from your first company by not giving us the plans. Well, I'll be damned if I'll let you do it again. Look.
I'll be damned. You're pretty cocksure for a fellow who never got his hands dirty, aren't you?
Henry, I have a man whose hands have been in more engines than yours.
Yeah, are they as good as mine?
Huh? Mr. H.M. Leland. He's been building parts for Olds, and he has a precision engine. Henry, you're fired.
Huh. Pretty hard to fire a fellow who's got his name on the automobile, don't you think?
No, I've taken care of that, Henry. We're naming the company after the French explorer who founded Detroit. We're naming it Cadillac.
Just like that. My design. My car. You fire me just like that.
Gather your things, Henry. You're finished.
You know how old I'm gonna be on my next birthday? 40.
Oh, Henry.
Yeah. I always figured I would have made my mark by that time. Figured I was gonna be a real stemwinder. Here I am. One company busted, fired from another. Take away my car, give me $900, take my name off the door.
I know, sweetheart.
Here I am, just rocking. Trying to take away my dream, Mother. Trying to take away my dream. Dream of making a motor car where the farmer could go into the city and the city fella could go out into the country and see the grandness of it all. Understand it. Meet each other, understand each other. They're not gonna take it away. They're not gonna take it away. Not happy with the line on that rear axle. See that bearing there? Yeah, we want that pretty much the same, actually exactly the same. I'll be with you in a minute, Mr. Cousins. We want that exactly the same bearing over here.
Just
in a little while, Mr. Cousins. The trouble is, we didn't have the
utmost
Mr. Cousins, I believe your background was a coal yard clerk. I wish you'd remember, this is not a coal yard. This is an automobile plant. Now, Sparty, come on back here. I want to show you this I'm talking about. See this here? This axle here.
Mr. Ford, if you'll just listen to these facts, I think you'll understand how dire our predicament is. Now, Basic machinery supplied by the Dodge Brothers comes to $250
Dodge
per
Brothers
vehicle.
happen to be investors in the Ford Motor Company, Mr. Cousins. See, they're so.
Yes, sir, but they're not totally stupid. They demand cash on delivery. Next, body, wheels, other parts, $145
You're
per.
a college man, Mr. Cousins. What's your point?
My point is, Mr. Ford, that you intend to sell these vehicles for the low price of $750.
That's right. The cheaper the car, the more affordable to every man. All right.
Yes, sir, but I calculate then a profit of $150 per car. Well, the greatest of respects, sir, that you're far more interested in producing these cars
All
than you
due
are...
respect to you, Mr. Cousins, this is an automobile plant. That means we make automobiles. The name of the plant is Ford. Ford happens to be my name, Mr. Cousins. That means every car that comes out of the automobile plant has got the name Ford on it. That means no Ford leads a Ford plant without my approval.
It's commendable, sir, admirable, but foolhardy for a man whose company has exactly $233.65 to its name. Sir, if the Dodge Brothers
Don't
come
worry
in
about
here...
the Dodge Brothers. I'm on my way to see them now.
$233, sir, and 65 cents. All right, you men, stop what you're doing right now. I want you to take every completed car immediately to the rail yard. I said immediately.
Mr. Cousins, Mr. Ford hasn't okayed those cars yet.
Well, perhaps it has escaped your attention, but Mr. Ford does not hand out the checks here. I do, and let me assure you there won't be any more of them unless you do as I say. Right now!
All right, boys. That's the last one. Close it up.
Well, let's see Mr. Ford decide not to ship these cars now.
All right, where is he? Where is that damn bookkeeper? Cousins!
Here comes Mr.
Where?
Ford. Oh, look out, Cousins.
All right, Cousins. What's the idea of shipping those cars?
Very simple principle of salesmanship, Mr. Ford. The dealers can't sell them until they have them.
I told you no car leaves this plant without my approval.
Well, a Dr. Fenig has already made his choice. Bought your first car. Ordered a tonneau as well. Paid $850 in cash money.
What do you think you're doing? Just what the hell do you think you're doing?
Isn't that obvious? Run this place like a business and make you a lot of money in the process, Mr. Ford.
Yeah. Yeah, by God, you're right.
And so, with this dividend payment voted today, all the investors will have received their entire capital contribution back in exactly 12 months.
Yeah.
I believe now Mr. Malcolmson has a few words.
While we all appreciate the great good fortune we've enjoyed this first year, let me say that these profits are only the beginning. I propose that we raise the price of an automobile dramatically and go off to the top part of the market.
You mean even more profits by having to make and sell fewer and fewer cars?
That's exactly what I mean. What do you think, Henry?
What do I say? Gentlemen, I say I'm not interested in building fewer cars for fewer people for more money. I'm interested in building more cars for more people for less money. I'm not interested in the big man or the rich man. I'm interested in the little fella who's never been able to afford anything special. I want to give him an automobile that's going to open up his world. Open up his eyes. And nobody's greed. Nobody's greed. not robbery, Mr. Malcolmson. We're just organizing a company to make parts to make cars, that's all.
We can make the cars faster if we have our own plant, sir.
And charge whatever you want for them? I mean, you charge so much there'll be no profits from building the car.
Well, it could be. You never know. Parts are expensive.
Well, then let me into this new company.
Afraid not. We're already oversubscribed.
But that's not fair if you're using it to skim off all the profits.
You never said business was fair, Mr. Malcolmson.
You're telling me that my shares in the automobile company are worthless? Tell him he can't do that.
I'm afraid I wouldn't presume.
You little schoolyard clerk, you work for me.
I think Mr. Ford's made his position agonizingly clear. Even you should be able to comprehend it, Mr. Malcolmson.
I'll see you in court. Both of you, in court, before I let you cheat me out of what's mine.
Goodbye, Mr. Malcolmson. I'm surprised that you cussed, you little coal yard clerk.
Not anymore. I'm an automobile man now, Mr. Ford.
Good, let's make them. Come on.
Clara! Clara!
Aggie, when you finish the parlor, would you?
No! Clara, I got the majority. Honey, I got the majority. Malcolmson, I got his shares. I got the majority. Hey, come here, Sonny. We got the majority. We got the majority.
So you're the boss now, Dad?
Yeah, we're the boss now. We're gonna go celebrate. Come on.
No, but I've got a roast in the oven.
Hang the roast. Come on. We'll see you later, Aggie. Get the coat. Get your hat. Come on. We got the majority. Don't worry about it. We got it.
And so it's getting late. Tomorrow's a school day.
Dad's not home yet.
Honey, he won't be home for hours. You know how late he stays when he's working on a new car.
Mom, does Dad love us as much as he loves his car?
Of course he does. You must never, ever question your father's love for us. Will you get some sleep?
All right. Good night.
Good night.
That was, oh Lord, that's a long time ago. That's about the time remember that new fella came around asking for a job, that Dan Barton?
Dan Barton.
Remember him?
Yes, sir.
Remember when he caught he caught the tail of his coat in the sprocket of that wheel? Went around like a cat of nine tails. I think his voice must have gone up about 8 octaves on that.
But that same time, you came up with that idea of putting the cylinder in vertical instead of horizontal, and it would last so much longer.
Yeah.
That was a great idea, Henry.
Well, not bad, not bad. Not all good ideas have to come out of books, right?
That's for sure.
Well, it's a good idea for me to get home, or Clara will have me in the oven. Here you are, Charles. I'll talk to you later about those plans. Thanks again, boys, for staying late. I really appreciate it. You all get home to your families now. Don't dally too long.
Good night, Henry.
Good night.
Oh, Henry,
Yeah?
what are we gonna call this here new model?
Well, nothing fancy. Just keep it simple. Use another letter out of the alphabet. Where are we now?
That's T as I counted.
Well, call it Model T.
Model T she is, sir.
Since electricity is cheap as water around here, leaving the lights on like that.